So I have a couple of questions. Well, the first one is, I did find a home that is in probate. The only thing is, I do have a question. Is it still profitable if it's in a trust?
Yes. So houses are houses, guys. It doesn't matter if a corporation owns them, a trust owns them, an individual owns them. Like a house is a house. So most trusts get pulled out of probate or they skip probate. So are you talking in the state of California or another state?
Well, it's in the state of California. I actually got this from a friend because they know the person who was,
So,
deceased.
so you just said the most valuable thing. So, you know what drives me nuts? Almost on a daily business, guys. I've been doing this for 20 years. Do you know how many people come by and go, "Hey, Rick, I found a foreclosure for you," and they wink at me. And you know what my question is every time? Do you know the people in foreclosure? No, it just looked like a good property for you. I will never even call or waste my time on it.
Mm,
Why? Because if you don't know the people that own the home, you're literally wasting your time. Because I can get that list, I can get a nationwide list in a snap on my fingers. Now, if someone goes, "Hey, my neighbor's house is being foreclosed on," and I spoke to her and she says, "Listen, she wants to get it sold." I go, "Hey, can you introduce me to her?" And that's how I do it every time. Because if you can get a warm introduction to anybody in a distress situation, you have a great chance at going. The problem
right.
is a lot of people won't let you through the door cold calling text, and it's hard. So if someone gives you an introduction, it's like a free pass. It doesn't mean they're going to sell you the house cheap, but I promise you, you have a 50% increase in getting that deal.
Yep.
So like I have people I work with all the time. They go, "Hey, you're the guy. You flip a bunch of house." I go, "No, no." I go, "Yeah, I just I don't." So never explain wholesaling to people. It's just a waste of time. They think you're like this weird person.
I've
So
tried.
and whenever they go, "Listen, my friend's house. I, can I talk to your friend? Can we?" And right there, stop waiting 5 and 6 days. Just get on a call and go, "Hey, this is my friend Jocelyn. You know, she buys houses like this all the time. I thought you two might be able to hit it off. Maybe you can help her out." And I always start off the conversation like this. I go, "Listen, I really appreciate you taking the time." I go, "No matter what, I'm going to help you out, even if I don't buy your house." It just puts people at ease and you just go into the conversation and I take more time with people like these because you really got to build a rapport because I don't want my friend going, "Dude, what did you say to her? She's pissed." And
Right.
I'm like, "Real," and just honestly, just sit down and have a conversation with them. It's actually it's so much easier when someone does an introduction. You're halfway there. You've done the
Right.
hard work, which was get past like the wall. So when we cold call people, 95% of the people kick us to the curb because they don't know us. So if somebody
Right.
introduced you, go, "Hey, this is my friend Jocelyn. Like, I think she buys houses like this. I'm not sure if it's a good fit. I figure I'd just put you two together and see if you can help each other out." That's it.
Okay.
And then just go
Cool.
in. And so many people are so scared to have the conversation. Just sit down and talk to them just like you would talk to like your friend. A house is a house. If you buy a car, a house, or a pen, it's
Right.
just a number. That's it, guys. So why not go after the largest asset classes with house and try to make 20, 30, $50,000 in a shot as opposed to making $10 on all these little widgets that everybody else does. That's it. So
Right.
my suggestion to you is don't wait because I see so many people that because so here's what happens when you wait. They go, "Well, I talked to this guy, he buys houses, and I signed a contract with him." You're like, "Oh."
I
So
missed it. Right. I guess I was just really skeptical because it's in a trust and like I think
trust,
I couldn't find the video because I've seen a bunch of y'all
yeah.
videos. So it's like it wasn't one of them that said that the trust is a little complicated. So I just,
So here's the deal with a trust. A trust is nothing more than a legal document
mm,
that people are trying to protect other people's interest in. So
okay.
a trust is exactly what it says. A trust has a trustee. It sounds like this is a person you really trust, right? So
Right.
trusts are formed. A lot of elderly people have it because they want people to help them make decisions for the better of the property. So I've seen them in tiny, tiny little $10,000 homes up to like $15 million mansions. So I never
Okay.
judge a book by its cover.
All right.
And the idea of the trust is someone's making decisions on behalf of the property. Now, some trusts are a little more sophisticated than others, but at the end of the day, that person has the power to enter in the contract, which is the trustee, which is the person. So the trustee is your intermediary and they relay the information to the homeowner. So they're kind of like a real estate agent in a way without the
Okay.
license. You
All
could be a
right.
trustee. I've been a trustee at least 50 times in my life. And some people just like to be private and they don't want anything out there. The trust is never publicly recorded and you don't see it. It's there to keep everything confidential. And then they spell out usually with a lawyer on like, hey, they have the power to hire people to work on the house. And then most of them have the authority to sell the house. So don't let it scare you. It's just like, think if your grandma was old and she hired you as the trustee because you make good decisions and you help pay her bills online on the other side of the country, then that's it. And you could open a trust for free. It don't cost a dime. Most people have no idea how to do them, but all it is an intermediary person. And just the only thing you need to know is who's the trustee. And if they're the trustee, they have the legal authority to enter into an agreement with you.
Perfect.
But sometimes people are very advanced with like their trust and like but I bought plenty of properties that way. And 9 times out of 10, the owner doesn't even understand the trust. And the trustees, a lot of times they work for free and they just want to get rid of the property too. So do not let it intimidate you at all. All you are is looking for the trustee that you can talk to. And a lot of times without the homeowner being involved, you can remove that emotion out of it, but and it makes it easier. Does that help? Cool. It's easy. It's just like a regular person.
I guess I just needed to talk it out.
Yeah. Trustee. The trust hires a trustee, which is appointed by and then there's a beneficiary, so when the house sells, the beneficiary gets the money. And here's the best part is you don't have to understand it. Do you know what your primary job is, Jocelyn?
What?
Just to find people that are going to have motivation to sell. So I don't want you to become a lawyer and figure out a trust, because you're going to have to study for the next 4 years doing it. And you're going to go deep in debt. If you get into an agreement with them, all you have to do is take the contract and give it to your title company and give them the trustee's information. They'll work out all the details. All you have to do is, if they agree to sell it and you want to buy it, let the title company do all the legal work. You don't have to touch that stuff.
Okay, perfect.
So many investors try. I got to understand a trust. I got to understand probate. Guys, I didn't understand any of that crap. That's why I got so successful in wholesaling, because I didn't get caught in the weeds. Our job is to go out and find motivated sellers. That's it. We have other people that will help us do all the other stuff we don't understand how to do. And that's how we become super confident in wholesaling. It's not trying to understand everything, because you'll never do it. You just got to figure out how to market and find people that are motivated and put deals together and then give it to a staff. And sometimes I sign up deals, title company goes, "You're nuts." They go, "They don't even own the house." I go, "Okay, I'll try next time." And so if I write 20 contracts and 3 or 4 are fall off, it's just business. That's it. I'd rather you write more contracts than less. So don't be scared about it. And if you don't know who the trustees or stuff, just have the person sign the contract, give it your title company, and they'll sort it all out. Period.
Okay.
Honestly, the skill set that you empower the most as a wholesaler is your ability to find people that need help selling their houses. And they're very motivated to do it. If you master that skill, dude, the rest of the stuff's so easy. Honestly, to this day, I still don't understand about everything in probate. You guys all think I'm a probate expert. I just know how to find people in probate and talk to them. That's my skill set. I do not want to study the legal law on probate. It's a nightmare. 3,500 counties. They all have a different way of doing it. Don't do it, guys. Do you want to be a lawyer or do you want to be a wholesaler? Wholesalers make significant more money than lawyers if they understand their single primary job is to locate motivated sellers. Then I'll use a team to sort out the crap behind me, because you're going to have to pay the title company anyway, so you might as well get your bang for your buck. So I submitted a contract the other day. The title company's like, "You're nuts." I go, "Who needs to sign?" They go, "Well, she could sign, but you got to get these 3 other signatures." And I go, "Okay." And then I call back the seller. I go, "Hey, who are these 3 people? Can you help me get their signatures?" I go, yeah, that's my aunt, that's my uncle, and that's my niece. And that's all I do. How can we get in touch with them to get this done? They go, "I don't know." And then we start digging and keep going like that. So when you get off this call, I want you to jump on, because so many people wait. And when you wait, that's when other people strike and steal your opportunity. And you have to take accountability for it. So just have a conversation with them and talk to them. The introduction is everything in wholesaling. Oh my God. Because you didn't have to market for it. They just landed in your lap. And if the deal sticks, take your friend out to a nice dinner, take them on a cruise or something like that, because you got to take care of the people that take care of you. Okay.
That's right. I do have 2 more questions. I'm sorry. I've been wanting to hop on this call finally. I finally did it. So
she's got the guts. I love it.
All right. So I do have this thing about, I do want to go down to the county clerk or to the courthouse, and I also want to approach a probate lawyer, but I don't want to say anything on the first time that I meet either the county clerk or the lawyer. 1, I want to learn, do I have to scout my probate lawyer? And 2, if I go to the county,
go ahead, I'm listening.
And if I go either to the lawyer whenever I scout them and when I go to the clerk, is there certain things that I can say that may trigger them not to want to give me the list? Which I know there is certain ones, but I just, I know first impressions are everything.
Yeah. So listen, it's the effort that's equally as important, if not more important, than the first impression. Okay. If somebody tries not tries, I hate that word. If somebody makes the effort, I know their intent's in the right place. Because when I started wholesaling, I made a lot of effort. I sucked. Like everything I said was terrible. And I learned that wholesaling had nothing to do with selling because I wasn't that good at it. I matched people up. So your first step is go to your county courthouse for probate. That's the first and foremost. You're going to get a great education there and ask a lot of questions. That's where you can fire away. I'm just a regular tax-paying citizen. I'm clueless. You can just be yourself. The second one is you go to your title company, okay? And then they'll help you kind of like, well, they told me this. They go, well, this is how it goes down. Then your third one would be a probate lawyer, but you guys, you don't need to talk to a probate lawyer right off the bat. When you want to talk to a probate lawyer is maybe when you have a deal and then they're a little bit more interested because you can tempt them into possibly signing up that client or working with them through a closing if you're in like an attorney appointed state. So don't approach the attorney because they're the one that's going to be the hardest to you off the bat. So do the county courthouse and do the title company first.
Okay, perfect.
What else you got?
I think that was it.
Okay. So get off this phone and go deal with that lead because we've got to close the gap when we talk to people. So many people like to hand us leads. The lead means nothing, guys. You can get that in a click of a button. When someone gives you an introduction, I got a friend that's in trouble with their house, run to these deals because you already have a 50% head start over any other investor or realtor. So you want to go ahead and do that. Okay.
All right. Perfect.
Okay, Jocelyn.